So Abby and I went to a Turkish Hammam. The women's was separate from the men's. So we each got money, parted ways. I walk in. I was kind of just like tired. I was like, I'm not like super into this right now, but I'll do it. Like it's, you know, it's fun. It's a good experience. And so I walk in. I was kind of just thinking about other stuff. I was not in the zone. Like I wasn't thinking about what I was about to do. And I walk in, and they're like, "Okay, take your shoes off." They give me little slippers. Put my shoes in the bin. He's like, "Go upstairs." I was like, "Okay." And so it sounds similar to the women's one, where it's a big balcony almost with little rooms all the way around the side. Your own individual changing room. And it had this little like fake leather couch. Do you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, "Okay." And he gave me a towel, had me put on my sandals. I stripped down, put the towel on, and put the key around my wrist. So like had all my stuff in there. I was like, "Oh, that's nice. Don't have to worry about that." Followed him out. He said, sauna. I was like, okay. And I started like looking for the sauna, and like, it's over here, sauna. And it sounds pretty similar to yours. Big open room with a big marble table in the middle with little alcoves with colder water. And then in the corners, you have the little washing rooms and the sauna in one of the corners. And so I was just sitting in the main one. I thought, this sauna's kind of nice. And then another guy comes in and then walks into the real sauna. I was like, oh, it's not the real sauna. I walk in, sit down. I checked, it was about 42, 43 degrees Celsius. And I was just sitting there, other guys there, kind of just chatting. And I was just sweating. I was like, this is nice. So at this point, like, I'm glad I did this. It was like,
at this point,
I was enjoying myself. And then there's a little sand timer on the wall. So I was there for probably 15 minutes, and I was about to leave, and I was like, yeah, this is probably good. Maybe I'll, I don't know, just sit out there, cool down a little bit, and then pack it up and leave. But then I saw there was these 3 younger guys that were there, and one by one, somebody would come and grab them and take them out. And I was like, oh, maybe, like I just walked in and was like, yeah, whatever, and the sauna. I just did what they told me to do. And I didn't really want to get scrubbed down. I told Abby before, I was like, I'm just gonna just go in and sit there and, I don't know, do that, copy what everybody else is doing. So I was sitting in the sauna, and one by one, these younger guys would get taken out, like to get scrubbed. And I was like, I don't really want to get scrubbed. And so I kind of left. I was like, I'm really dehydrated. Like, I just fell off. Just sitting there, I was like, I really need to go drink some water. So I left and was kind of just sitting in that cooler main room. I was like, yeah, I feel a little better. And my heart was like racing quite a bit in the sauna. So I was like, I don't think this is supposed to happen. Maybe it is, but it just felt off. So I was like, I need to go drink some water. I had some upstairs, so I was going to go out right as I was trying to figure out which exit to leave out of. Because there's 0 English in this entire building. A guy comes in and motions to me. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. So basically this entire time I'm just trying not to pass out. Like a lot of my energy was spent like, you're fine. If you pass out, they'll just dump some water on you and you'll be back at it. Like I felt pretty bad. So he scrubbed me down. New scrub brush. It was not as humiliating as the Morocco one because he didn't like lay you down and scrub you. I was just sitting there and then he would like scrub my back, arms.
Oh, you didn't lay down?
No, and then I was sitting there, and then he like dumped water on me, brought me out to the main room, the big heated marble rock, and then I laid down. Then it got humiliating, even worse, because this time, this is the part that was worse than the Morocco one, because he just used his hands, and it was just soap, just massage scrub, and like slippery, and I was like, I hate this.
That's like,
and he like got in my.
Oh, this feels so good.
No, he got on my toes and
yeah.
he popped my knuckles and.
Oh wow.
And like, I just didn't. I think it was his hands. I think if it was like when he had a scrub brush, it felt better. But I didn't like some random dude just like putting soap up. No. Did not like that. And then he turned me over and I was like, I just need to get through this. I need to not pass out. I need to get through this. I need water. And then eventually that was done. Took me back, dumped water on me, and I thought I was done, but then he scrubbed me some more and I was like, oh, when is this gonna end? Yeah, really, he like got behind my ears and he got my eyes. He like
wow.
and And eventually he had me stand up and he said, tip me. I was like, okay,
Wow.
dude, I will. Just water was my main focus. And a guy stops me before I get upstairs and he gives me a towel and I took it and he just dried me off, dried
Wow.
everything behind my ears, and then wrapped it. And then like he dried me off and then he went like this. And then he like dried my back off with the towel.
Wow.
And then he took another towel and just wrapped it around my head like a turban. And the other one was like around my arms like this. And I was just sitting there and he's like, okay. Can I go now? Okay, I did not expect that. And so finally I go upstairs and just chug like almost over half a liter of water. I don't want to die. And just kind of just chilled there for a bit. I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. And then I went downstairs to pay. A guy holds out a thing, squeezes it in my hand. I was like, oh, is this like hand sanitizer? And I start doing this. And he's like okay. Put it all over my face. And tip the guy standing there waiting for me.
Wow.
So I did tip him. Mine was about $150, so about half the price of yours.
Did you get a coffee scrub?
No coffee scrub. That's probably the price. And then I just went to the nearest convenience store and bought a bunch of water.
That makes sense, because I came out and I was like, Josiah had a new jug of water. And I was like, Josiah doesn't, I mean, you drink water, but you don't like go out and buy it. So I was like,
which I learned today, because it was kind of cloudy and I definitely didn't drink enough water today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And didn't feel like I needed to, but I should have. And so I didn't have a super great experience. I loved the sauna.
Yeah.
If I would have had water and it was just a sauna, I think I would have loved it. I would do that again. But I think I'm done getting scrubbed by old guys.
They were like so caring for you.
No, they did a great job.
Yeah.
They really did a great job, but I am not into that. I don't think I mean, you'll probably talk me into doing another one, and I'll probably get scrubbed by another old guy somewhere else. But
because now we have to like go and like experience all the different countries and how they do it.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel cleaner or not. It was a lot more hygienic than Morocco.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. And that's my experience. Try not to pass out at the Turkish Hammam.
On that table it says like bride. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the bachelorette party. And I looked around and I was like, maybe it's like reserved. Like I can't be in here. Like, they reserved the whole thing.
Are you trying to sneak